Imagine this. Friday night, a 38-year-old engineer with a six-figure income closes Tinder for the last time. No announcement, no drama. He just drags the app to the trash and empties it. Across town, a 42-year-old tradesman politely declines his girlfriend's hint about rings and tells her, "I love you, but marriage isn't for me." In another city, a 35-year-old father of none looks at his bank account, his gym progress, his peace of mind, and decides the juice is no longer worth the squeeze. This isn't a handful of losers hiding in basements. These are doctors, entrepreneurs, veterans, tradesmen. Men you know, men you respect. In 2024 alone, marriage rates hit the lowest point in recorded American history. 1 in 4 men under 40 now say they never plan to marry. That's not a trend. That's an exodus. And here's the part that should make your stomach tighten. The men walking away aren't the ones you think. They're the responsible ones. The providers, the good men women keep screaming, are missing. Right now, the smartest men you know are quietly opting out, deleting the apps, stacking money, building bodies, traveling with brothers, and protecting their peace with a ferocity previous generations never had to learn. Most women still don't understand why. They think it's fear. It's not fear. It's clarity. By the end of this video, you'll either understand the message loud and clear, or you'll be one of the people wondering why the good men vanished. The clock is ticking. Stay with me. Open up any mainstream platform right now, and you'll hear the same chorus on repeat. He's scared of commitment. He's emotionally unavailable. He's a man-child, addicted to video games and porn. He must be gay. There's a crisis of masculinity. You've seen the viral TikToks. A pretty 29-year-old with a ring light, voice cracking, asking where have all the good men gone, while 3.2 million women stitch and duet with tears and outrage. You've read the articles in Cosmopolitan, The Atlantic, and on Substack. The rise of the lonely, single, sexless male. They quote experts who blame Andrew Tate, Jordan Peterson, gym culture, Fortnite, crypto, OnlyFans, anything except the one variable they refuse to examine. A popular female dating coach with 800K followers posted last week, "Men today would rather jerk off to pixels than build a family. They're broken." The comment section overflowed with thousands of women nodding, sharing, crying, laughing emojis. Another influencer, mid-30s, married once already, filmed herself screaming at the camera, "If he won't marry you, he never loved you. Period." Next, they genuinely believe the problem is us. That we woke up one day too lazy, too cowardly, too distracted by screens and six-packs to man up. They think we're hiding from responsibility because we can't handle it. They think we're broken. We're not broken. We did the math. It never happens with fireworks. It's quieter, more surgical. For Mike, 41, it was the day his best friend from high school, solid guy, loyal husband, 15 years married, 2 kids, got served papers out of nowhere. Irreconcilable differences. 6 months later, he was sleeping on Mike's couch, crying into a beer because his ex got the house he paid for, primary custody, and $4,800 a month in child support plus alimony while she moved her new boyfriend in the same week. Mike watched a 6'2" former Marine reduced to supervised visitation on weekends. That night, Mike deleted Hinge and never looked back. For Chris, 36, it was watching his older brother, quiet, hard-working electrician, lose everything after a false accusation that never even made it to charges. The accusation alone was enough. Reputation torched, savings drained on lawyers, family alienated. Chris sat in the courthouse hallway while his brother whispered, "Don't ever get married, little bro. Promise me." Chris promised. He still keeps that promise like a scar. For me, it was simpler. I was 34, dating a woman I thought was the one. Great sex, laughed at my jokes, said all the right things. Then one night, half drunk, she laughed and told me how her married friend was about to leave her husband and take him for everything because he deserves it. She said it like it was girl boss strategy, not theft. I looked at her, really looked, and felt ice water pour down my spine. The spell broke in under 10 seconds. I never proposed. I never even spent the night again. These aren't isolated horror stories anymore. They're the new rite of passage. Every man reading this either lived it, watched it happen to someone close, or felt the cold breath on the back of his neck when he realized it could be him next Tuesday. That moment always arrives alone, usually late at night, staring at the ceiling. You feel it in your gut first, then your mind catches up and starts running the numbers. And once the lens snaps into focus, you can't unsee it, ever. If you haven't had your moment yet, it's coming, and when it hits, there's no going back. The blue pill gets spit out forever. Society sells you the fairy tale. White dress, forever love, happy wife, happy life, tax breaks, and Instagram engagement photos. Here's the contract you're actually signing in 2025. Pull up a chair. We're doing this like a boardroom, because your life earnings are on the table. First page. Divorce probability, 50%. Of marriages end in divorce within 15 years. 70 to 80% of those divorces are initiated by the wife. If you're a high-earning man over 40, the initiation rate from her side climbs above 90%. Translation: the more you bring, the more likely she walks when the feeling fades. Second page. Asset split, no fault. Divorce means your premarital assets are sometimes safe, but everything built during the marriage is 50-50ths in most states, even if she never worked a day. Retirement accounts, business equity, the house you paid 100% of half. Average high-earning man loses 60 to 80% of net worth in year one. Post-divorce. Third page. Cash flow extraction. Alimony is making a roaring comeback. In 2025, 97% of alimony recipients are women. Average duration now exceeds 7 years for marriages longer than 10. Add child support. Nationwide average $680 month per child. Non-tax deductible to you, non-taxable to her, and enforceable by jail time if you're $3,000 behind. Fourth page. Children. Mothers receive primary or sole custody in 83% of contested cases. You get every other weekend dad status and a second apartment you pay for so the kids have stability. Miss 2 visits because of work travel. Contempt of court. Fifth page. False allegations, risk. CDC and independent studies put provably false accusations at 8 to 12% of cases. But even unproven claims trigger immediate restraining orders. Loss of firearm rights, temporary 100% custody to her, and six-figure legal bills to clear your name. The accusation is the punishment. Sixth page. Expected value calculation. Average upper-middle-class man, married 12 years, 2 kids. Probability weighted loss from divorce, $1.40, $2.8 million. In today's dollars upside, occasional sex, social approval, and someone to fold your socks. Net present value of marriage, -7 figures. That's not emotion talking. That's actuarial math. Insurance companies won't even write policies against it because the risk is uninsurable. Men aren't afraid of commitment. We looked at the terms of the deal, ran the numbers, and quietly passed. The fairy tale costs more than your house, your freedom, and half your remaining life. No sane investor signs that contract. Scroll TikTok for 10 seconds in 2025 and you'll drown in it. A 34-year-old marketing manager. Perfect teeth, perfect ring light. I have a master's degree. My own condo? I go to therapy. Where are the men who can match my energy? 4.7 million views. Comments. Thousands of women screaming same. And they're intimidated by strong women. Cut to a podcast studio. 3 attractive women in their late 30s, wine glasses in hand. I swear every guy I meet just wants to split the check and play Call of Duty. What happened to real men who want to build a family? Laughter, then silence, then genuine panic in their eyes. The Atlantic drops another cover story: the crisis of single women in their 30s. Inside, the author interviews dozens of high-achieving women who did everything right and still can't find a husband. The tone is bewildered, almost wounded. Substack is flooded with essays titled "The Marriage Strike is Real and It's Hurting Women Most." Listen closely to their own words. I wanted a partner, not a project. I don't need a man. but I want one. I'm not asking for much, just someone taller, educated, emotionally available, who earns more than me and wants kids yesterday. They demanded equality in the classroom, the boardroom, the dating market. They got it. They celebrated independence, no-fault divorce. Believe women. Men are trash. The future is female. They laughed when men warned the rules were changing. Now the rules changed. The good men adapted, and the women who rewrote. The game are staring at empty inboxes, wondering why no one wants to play. Anymore they wanted equality until the bill came due. Now they're shocked the check bounced. Their confusion isn't a mystery. It's receipts. The message was delivered. They just didn't think it would be addressed to them. Some men still hear the warnings and think, that won't be me. I'll love her harder. I'll communicate better. I'm different. Meet Ryan, 44. Everyone told him his wife's girls' trips and late-night texting were red flags. He doubled down date nights, couples therapy, more money, more patience. She filed on their 12th anniversary. Ryan lost the house, the dogs, 70% of his income, and primary custody because she claimed he worked too much. Last year, he sent me a message from a studio apartment with a mattress on the floor. I wake up every morning wishing the heart attack takes me before the next child support direct deposit. Meet James, 39, former Army captain, built like a tank, soft-spoken, ignored the contempt, the silent treatment, the spending, told himself real men fix things. She blindsided him with papers and a restraining order based on a single argument she recorded out of context. 18 months and $180,000 in legal fees later, he sees his daughters 4 days a month. He sent the final text to his group chat at 2:14 a.m. Tell my girls I love them. They found him in the garage. Carbon monoxide. He was 40 in March. Meet David, 52. Thought retirement would be golf and grandkids. Instead, he's working double shifts at home Depot because his ex gets half his pension and full alimony until she remarries, which she won't, because her new boyfriend likes the free money. He hasn't had a vacation in 9 years. These aren't weak men. These are the guys who showed up, paid the bills, tried to make it work when everyone else would have walked, and they paid the ultimate price for that virtue. Every month you delay the decision. Every time you tell yourself we can fix this, you move one step closer to becoming the next cautionary tale in someone else's group chat. Your empathy is being weaponized against. You doubt your willingness to work on it is the rope she's measuring for your neck. Choose wisely. Some bridges don't just burn, they take you with them. This is what freedom actually looks like in 2025. You wake up in an apartment or house that's 100% yours. No one can force a sale. Your money hits the account and stays there until you decide where it goes. You train 5 days a week because your body is no longer community property. You book the flight to Lisbon or Phuket on Thursday and leave Friday. No negotiations, no guilt trips. No, we need to talk about your priorities. Your weekends belong to men who have your back. The same brothers who spotted you on the 405 bench press last night. Who will show up with a truck if you move? Who will sit in silence with you at 3 a.m. when life gets heavy? Real brotherhood. Not the performative version that evaporates the day papers are signed. Your relationships with women, if you choose to have them, are on your terms. She adds to your life or she doesn't get a seat at the table. No shared leases, no joint accounts. No, where is this going? Ultimatums. You give generosity freely, never under duress. She respects the frame, or she walks. Most do. The ones who don't, you never hear from again. Your legacy. You mentor younger men, start the business, write the book, fund the scholarship, build the cabin, adopt the rescue dogs, whatever lights your soul on fire, without a court deciding how much of it gets redirected to someone who adapted loving you years ago. You sleep like a man who owns himself. No dread about what text might come at 2 a.m. No scanning the bank app for mysterious withdrawals. No rehearsing how to explain overtime to someone who resents your success. This isn't loneliness. This is freedom most men in history never had. Kings were forced into political marriages. Our grandfathers married because pregnancy meant shotgun or shame. Our fathers married because society said that's what real men do. You are the first generation that can say no and still build an extraordinary life. This is the new male standard: peace, purpose, prosperity, and zero apologies. Welcome to the top tier. When the question drops, why won't you commit? Or what are we? Stay calm, look her in the eye, and choose one of these. Deliver it slowly, warmly, and without apology. I don't do marriage. I've seen too many good men destroyed by the system, not by their wives. I like you, I enjoy us, but I won't sign a contract that can take everything I've built. This is the deal. Take it or leave it. I commit every day I choose to spend with you. A ring and a piece of paper don't make commitment deeper. They just add risk I'm not willing to take. If that's a requirement for you, I understand, and I'll wish you the best. Shortest. Nuclear marriage is a terrible deal for men in 2025. I'm not playing a game I can't win. Everything else is on the table. Then stop talking. No justifying, no debating. No, but let me explain the stats. Silence is your frame. She argues, you smile and say, I've made my decision. She cries. You hand her a tissue and hold frame. She accepts or she walks. Either way, the message is delivered and the power stays with you. The exodus is here. Millions of good men have quietly walked away, and the world is finally noticing. The message isn't coming. It's already sent. Like if you've already opted out, top comment, message received. If you're joining the exodus today, see you on the other side, brother.